Hello, Eleanor.
Hello.
How'd you do?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent, good to hear it.
So what are you doing here today then?
Today there's going to be a debate in Westminster Hall about the pandemic treaty. The pandemic treaty is the World Health Organization attempting to give itself the power to change itself from being an advisory body to being a body whose proclamations have the force of international law. Now the MPs are discussing they should be discussing the pandemic treaty in Westminster Hall this afternoon. However, the real problem is actually coming through the international health regulations. The World Health Organization has an assembly that meets at the end of May every year. This assembly has one delegate from each member state of the World Health Organization, so there's 194 delegates.
Right.
They discuss the changes they want to make to the international health regulations. Those amendments are discussed behind closed doors. They then come into public view where journalists can see what they're doing, but they don't know they don't discuss things anymore. All that happens is that the person who is the chairperson of the World Health Assembly says the name of the amendment that they're discussing, and if nobody says a word, that is taken to mean that that amendment is passed. So anyone watching has no idea what they're agreeing to. You have to be really paying attention. Now there's a gentleman called James Roguski who's an American. He's got a Substack.
StopTheWho.com.
Yeah, and he's been paying very, very close attention to what's been going on, and he's done very good work. He's made it very easy to find what those amendments are, to read through them, and he's put forward loads of stuff that you can help to alert your representative, wherever you are in the world, to the issue that's happening. Now the problem is this May, last May, they agreed on an amendment to the World Health Regulations, international health regulations, that basically said for those amendments to be stopped, a member state had a reduced amount of time to object. At the moment, if a member state objects, then that amendment can be set aside. The time at the moment is 18 months, but last May in 2022 they reduced that time limit by amendment to 10 months. I think most MPs have no idea. So up until November 2023 they can force them to change that if they object. But I don't think most MPs know that, and I don't think many international government bodies know that.
There's only a specific time frame for them to object
to the last year's amendments. This year's amendments will be discussed. There's about 300 of them which they're discussing. Those things include introducing a digital identification system to be tied to your vaccination status, which would have a result of making vaccinations mandatory if the World Health Organization decide they should be mandatory. We're heading into very, very dangerous territory. National governments will not have the power to decide their health policy if the World Health Organization decides to declare a public health emergency of international concern. And that will be down to Tedros Ghebreyesus and the people who...
Bill Gates.
Basically Bill Gates owns most of the World Health Organization. He's their largest funder outside of the United States, and what he says goes. And also China, because he's very good friends with Xi Jinping of the Chinese Communist Party. So you're looking at a direct threat to human freedom that will be permanent if this goes through unopposed. And I don't think... my question to every MP is ask the Prime Minister what is the name of the UK delegate, what is their remit.
But I don't mean to be funny or seem rude, but how this has all panned out over the last 3 years, are you very hopeful for anyone speaking up in this debate?
I don't think they even know. So no, I'm not very hopeful, but I am hopeful about raising awareness, which is why I'm out here with leaflets.
Do you even think any of them are going to turn up for the debates, like late after you?
I suspect, having seen the way they respond to other debates on this issue, I'll be surprised if there's a big turnout. I'll be very surprised. However, given that this whole process is going to end up with them being, in essence, redundant, they'll just be a talking shop with absolutely no power whatsoever.
Well, they're already suggesting they're going to use AI to govern people, wouldn't they? I don't know if you've been seeing that.
I haven't seen that. I would rather that didn't happen, because I don't see why I as an adult need to be told what to do by an AI, frankly.
100%. Or any other adult.
No, not really. It's just like, why do other adults feel they have the right to tell me what to do in my life? As long as I'm not harming anyone, what's the issue?
Exactly.
What's the issue? Just leave me alone, for heaven's sake. Why can't you just leave me alone?
Exactly. All right.
So anyway, that's why I'm out here. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
thank you for the time, and you can have the sleep.
Thank you very much.
That's okay.
Cheers.